Hey everybody and welcome to another episode of Get Set Ma. Online school has become an essential part of all of our kids' lives in this pandemic, at least for the better part of this year, if not more. Online learning is new and not so easy, especially for the preschoolers. Most of us have struggled to figure out how to create a good learning space at home for the kids that can help in maximizing learning at home and try to make it a pleasant and fun experience for them. Creating a learning space, as we call it, also helps as it sort of gets them into school mode because along with following a schedule, they can also identify this space as the place where they sit and do their lessons and they do their school activities, etc. So we did a bit of hit and trial and I'll show you a few things that have worked for our preschoolers and I hope these help you too. Please click to subscribe and turn on bell notifications. So number one, pick an appropriate space in your house. A place which is ideally on the side, in a separate room if possible, free from distractions, free from people coming in and out, as a child's attention can be very easily diverted. I know some people may not have the option of dedicating a separate room altogether for this, so probably just pick a quiet corner in those situations and ask the rest of the family members to keep it down during the online class session. We managed to set up a space in Ilham's room for this, so we have a dedicated learning space for her here, as you can see. Number two, an appropriately sized table and chair, ideal for your child's age group. There are numerous options available online. Some stores have also opened up, so you can check those out as well. Be safe when you are out and about and searching. We got Ilham's table and Ilham's chair from IKEA, and we had anyway got this early last year when we were setting up parts of her room, and it has worked out great. Make sure your child is comfortable, so I would suggest that the seat should ideally have a backrest because they do get tired sitting for a while. Moving on to number three, ideally use a large sized tablet or laptop for your child's classes. Again, I do realize for many families, giving your child a dedicated device is hard, especially with many parents working from home. Ilham and I are sharing my laptop too. Now, if you don't even have access to a laptop and you can't get one and you are making do with phones, it's okay. We all just have to tide over this with the resources at our disposal. Some people have even managed to configure their TVs for classes, so see if that can be worked out too. Number four, ensure that the space where the classes happen is well lit. This is important to keep your child upbeat and lively, and a well lit space helps in this. Also, if it's well lit, then the teachers can see their students and the work they are doing is easy to view as well. A few ways to ensure that the light is good and adequate is to make sure that the light is coming in from the side or the front of your child, or the entire room is well lit. Only having a backlight behind them is not advised, as the video will be dark and not very clear. Use natural light whenever possible as well, and take a look at that little box on the screen that previews your video to ensure that your child can be seen properly. Number five, keep all supplies handy in an organizer. These are obviously stationery supplies, so pencils, erasers, glue, paint, chalk, etc. Something like this. We also use a box where we keep all of my daughter's extra school stuff, which they have given us or had sent us a list of to buy as well. So I know I just have to reach into one place to find anything that might be required for the school session. Number six, if you can, keep the learning space less cluttered and not have too many things around as well that could distract your child. Number seven, keep everything ready before class. Schools normally send out mailers or messages with regard to this. In case your child's school hasn't done so, you can speak to them about it. Number eight, keep a speaker handy in case of volume issues. It could be that the device you are using might not have an appropriate volume. Sometimes there could be a problem with the other person's phone or laptop. So just having an extra speaker around for such times, just in case you need it. It could be Bluetooth or it could be a plug-in. It can also help. Number nine, Keep water within your child's reach but away from accidental spilling on the device so they can sip on it when they feel thirsty, and also keep a snack around for them. Some schools are having allotted snack times also through the video calls while the classes are on, so all the children sit and snack together on the video like they would do at school. Now this may look like a bit of a long list, but really don't get overwhelmed. You saw how simple it was to put it together. It all comes together very naturally, and once you do it, then it's set and it's a part of the routine. Along with this, mentally prepare your child for the class. Let them know when it is about to begin and let them know it's about to begin soon. Give them a heads up 10 to 15 minutes before also, so they are prepared for it. Many of our routines and schedules are all over the place because of the current situation, but try and stick to a schedule for your child to ensure that they are well rested and prepared before the class. During the class as well, you may find that your child doesn't really sit in one place, especially the younger ones, and that's okay. They are getting used to this too, so they might wander off, and you can let them do that for a bit and then gently guide them back to their seat. So these were a bunch of things that worked for us, and I hope they help you too. Please give us a thumbs up if you liked this video and do share it ahead. Thank you for watching. Take care and bye-bye.